Hello, my loves. This is your girl, Conjure Priestess here, and I wanted to stop by today and do a celebrity reading for you. This is the first type of video like this that I'm doing on my channel. However, I do work with individuals in hospice, individuals that have just recently crossed over a whole lot. A lot of my clients have family members that are on their deathbeds, unfortunately, and so I do a lot of work between realms, the physical realm, the afterlife, and I am a priestess of Oya, which is the Yoruban African Orisha that sits over the realm of death. She does a lot of work in the cemetery, so I have been closely associated and affiliated with this energy my entire life. The recollection that's the oldest to me was I can recall my grandmother's death. I saw it vividly down to the casket color and the flowers, and I had already told people in my family that morning that I dreamt of her death. And sure enough, they went to her house to find that she had passed away that night. And I had already seen everything, and everybody wanted to know how I was able to. My stepfather, my grandmother wanted to know how I was able to see my great grandmother's death, but I just saw it in my dream. So if you are looking for that type of work, let me know. A lot of my clients who have these situations are so distraught and in distress that they don't do testimonials regarding me channeling and doing mediumship work for them. And that's to be expected if your family member or loved one is in hospice or on their deathbed. The last thing I feel you should be concerned about is leaving a review for someone because you have an intimate moment with your family that you need to close out. And the family members definitely resonate with that particular energy for the most part. So I do have testimonials on my website, conjurepriestess.com, but for the most part, I'm going to start doing these types of videos here just to pull down information and to share with you all. So let me give a disclaimer first and foremost. I am not a sports NFL or NBA, because Kobe Bryant was a basketball player, but I am not a sports fan at all. I don't have a team. I don't root for a team, which is funny because I'm married to an ex-basketball player, but I personally just am not, okay? So I want to use the Tattoo Tarot, the Afro Goddess Tarot, and some oracle cards that I have all over the place. I just want to kind of speak about Kobe, see what messages he has, and see what's going on. A lot of people talk about conspiracies, but I will say numbers are just a part of our genetic makeup and coding, and so sometimes numbers just look really awkward, like things are planned. But I don't think that is the case when you're looking at things like gematria and other ancient number systems. I feel like it's just sacred information, ancient knowledge that's passed down, and it's a part of our DNA. And that whole alchemical process that takes place sometimes looks a little sketchy to those on the outside looking in. Are kind of like, well, why did this person die on this day, near this address, near this person, and all this and that? And a lot of people break these numbers down and break these codes down in a fabulous way. However, I feel like they don't realize that this is all predestined to happen, okay? Just my opinion and allegedly. Let me just say that. All right, so when it comes to, and I keep hearing the word contract, keep hearing the word agreement, and yeah, so let's see what the tarot says, okay? All right, now, and I'm going to also use, again, Goddess Tarot. All right. So let me begin by saying this. I feel like there was something with money involved with Kobe's death, because again, I keep hearing the word contract. And when I say money involved, there's some issue around finances as it relates to his death. Maybe the family is thinking about suing. The family of I don't know. Yeah, it's something with the direction that the family wants to go in, or maybe the estate. It's something with his money, and I'm hearing contract, okay? All right. So there was a lot of opposition around him, and leading up to his death, I do feel like there was some conflict that was going on within his life that we, outside of the intimate setting of the family, didn't know about. Okay, so he comes up. Let me just show you what I have here. He does come up as the emperor, which makes a whole lot of sense because he is that very divine masculine energy. For some reason, this card kind of gives me his energy as far as his facial structure, and even his tattoo holding this ball, even though in this picture it's like the world because it's a divine emperor, a divine masculine, but it's almost like holding that basketball in his hand, with this ankh behind here. I feel like he had an ancient soul, and it was meant for him to reincarnate here. He was very independent, clearly. He had a lot of money, Nine of Pentacles. That's an independent person, so kind of ironic that it didn't come up. It's a Ten of Pentacles, which represents his family, his home, success, and all of that. But he was happily married, I feel like. We have the Hierophant and we have the Sun card. Okay, and then also the Queen of Pentacles, I feel, is coming up for, I feel like this is his wife, and we have Justice here. So I do feel like, let's see, why is Justice here? Okay, so yeah, so there was a celebration. I don't know if they had an anniversary or wedding anniversary, or some type of event coming up that they were getting ready to celebrate. And it could have even been a legal situation that they won. You know, people that are celebrities get hit with a lot of lawsuits and stuff like that all the time. I do feel like there was some anxiety. There's a lot of anxiety around his wife right now, not just because of his death, but I don't know. I feel like there's a secret, or something that was going on that she didn't want to be released in the public. I feel she might be afraid that that information could potentially come out, now that her husband is deceased. And I feel like it has something to do, again, with some legal situation, okay? Yeah, and I keep getting the same cards here. So yeah, she's just kind of feeling a little stuck, of course, with her husband passing away. That's very understandable. She was crossing him as the Emperor, is the Queen of Pentacles. So I'm wondering if she is an earth sign energy, very grounded. Maybe she was even very good with handling the money. Okay, and Kobe also did come up as the Star card, which of course is, this is an Aquarius, but I don't feel like this is his zodiac. I feel like this is just his energy because he was such a celebrity, because he changed the game of basketball. And he, again, I don't know much about him as far as stats, but I've seen a lot of documentaries. I've seen him in action in the court, you know, when other people are playing. And I know that he's a very powerful energy, you know. All these stars around him. I feel like it was just his destiny and his purpose to be a star. Okay. It was just a part of his life path to be a star. It was his calling. And it was something that, regardless of what happened, he was just going to always be lined up with the right people. And it was just his destiny to be a star. Okay. All right, so again, there is some deception, and I do want to get to the bottom of that because we have the moon card here, which could also represent a Pisces, but I feel like this is representing some type of deception that happened regarding his death. With the moon card, I feel like that could clearly indicate that he died in the helicopter crash, because the helicopter, of course, you know, was in the sky, and I don't know if it was near water that the crash happened. But this card is very significant to that. something that is hidden or something that happened. I do have a lot of Virgo energy, Capricorn, and Taurus energy here. And I have my Hermit card as well. Yeah, there are a lot of angelic beings and energies around him. Like every card that I pull, I just feel like it's something angelic about him. I feel like he was reincarnated to come to this earth at this time. And it was almost like I'm hearing the word temporary, like he was on borrowed time, because he definitely had, even from childhood, you know, it was just a part of his mission. The Six of Cups is a nostalgic situation. A person who, I mean, I feel like he just reincarnated as a star probably multiple times. All right. And we have the High Priestess here. So again, secret knowledge. I feel like ancient knowledge was installed in him or instilled in him. Okay. So then we have the Queen of Pentacles here, which is crossed by the Emperor. Um, so yeah, so we have two Queens of Pentacles and two Emperors, which ironically is coming up vice versa in energy. So here we have the Emperor crossed by the Queen. Here we have the Queen crossed by the Emperor. So I dare say that his wife is an earth sign, you know, and he has a very fiery energy, which could be why he's coming up as the Emperor, because the Emperor is an Aquarius. The Emperor is also a boss, a leader, a king. And I noticed in this picture how this particular Emperor has all the, you know, the king, you know, king of basketball, you know, during his time, because I know LeBron James is a king. I don't know why that bird is sticking out to me, if that's significant. I think he played for what, the Lakers or something like that. But anyway, so that bird is just significant to me as well. So let's see what else we have here. Yeah. So when it also comes to his wife, she's illuminated as well. And I feel like, yeah, I feel like there's something that's going to be exposed in the media, because I'm getting a lot of moon energy. Let me show you what else I have here. All right, so this is the actual death itself. Okay, so we have the Tower card, which is a physical death for me when I'm reading, in combination with other cards. And the Four of Swords, I always get this in combination with the Tower card when somebody dies. And in my other decks, most of the time, the Four of Swords, you can see someone laying down and they look like they're just in a death state. Okay. Then I have the Moon card here, which is again talking about some deception. And it's deception around the death, because we have all three cards together. So we have the Tower, the Moon, and the Four of Swords. So yeah, so there was definitely some deception around his death. Okay. Let's see here. The number 44 could be significant. Okay. I don't know if he had something planned for his 44th birthday, but I do know that he was 41 when he passed away. Because I remember thinking, wow, like that's only 1 year older than I am. So yeah, so there's a lot of deception. So I do want to see exactly what we can pull from spirit. Again, I do feel like there's a lot of angels over him. Let's see. What do we have here? Okay. Wow. So he's coming up as, interesting. He's coming up as the God of Pentacles, or the King of Coins or Pentacles. So so that's pretty much a couple. We have the King and the Queen of Pentacles here. Or in this deck is the Goddess and the God of Pentacles. So this is a power couple. This is someone who is, they're both centered around a lot of money, fertility. You know, I know that they have a lot of children together. Just a lot of grounded energy, a lot of love for one another, a lot of lushness, a lot of grapes, prosperity, abundance. Yeah, so I don't know what their zodiac signs are, but I do feel a lot of earth energy, Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo around them. And then I have the Death card here, which is Scorpionic energy, and the Three of Swords. And this is actually around him, the God of Pentacles. So I do want to see why. And again, I'm using the Tattoo Tarot right now to clarify the Afro Goddess Tarot. All right, so let's just clarify the Goddess of Pentacles, the Tower, and the God of Pentacles. And I just realized here that, again, it's a power couple because I have the Goddess, the Tower, and the God of Pentacles all on either side of each other. So I definitely want to dig deeper and see what message Spirit has regarding this couple. And I definitely feel very sad for her loss because I do feel like this was her soulmate. I do feel like she's going to stand up and speak about her feelings sooner versus later. Okay, so why is the Seven of Pentacles here? I don't know if he was a Virgo, but I'm definitely getting a whole bunch of Virgo energy around him right now. So yeah, so I do feel like he is communicating a lot with her, and this could be in spirit because I'm getting I'm getting the Lovers, which is a twin flame union, a person that is madly in love with someone else, and the Eight of Wands, which represents communication. I don't know if she's getting ready to travel. I don't know. Like, I don't even know. Was she pregnant and didn't know it? I can hear him saying Vanessa is his baby, or he feels like she's about to have his baby. And then again, on the bottom of the deck, I have the Queen of Coins. So, and she's coming up as a high priestess. So there's definitely a secret that she's holding, rightfully so. The Emperor's back. Just gonna pull from the bottom. And the Moon. Definitely some deception. We have the Moon and we have the Empress around his death, which is the Four of Swords. Yeah, so I want to know, but I do feel like Spirit is putting a block on this particular knowledge too, because some things are going to be revealed to us in the media shortly. All right. With the Knight of Swords coming up on top of her, the Goddess of Pentacles, again, I feel like she's getting ready to speak soon regarding something. Yeah, and it's actually going to be regarding, yeah, because this was a karmic situation or a situation that was destined to happen. Yeah, so the Chariot is representing the helicopter itself. I do feel like we're going to hear a lot. She's going to, you know, talk about their emotions towards one another. A lot of cups are here. And she's also coming up as the Queen of Wands, which could be a fire sign around his death, or there could have been another woman that could be coming up and saying that Kobe was, you know, dealing with her on some kind of level, maybe giving her some kind of gifts, because his wife's energy, I feel, on this board is the Goddess of Pentacles. And then I don't know who this Queen of Wands is, this fire sign, Aries, Aries, Leo, or Sag, that's here. Very fiery, very communicative, talking about some maybe money that she was given. Let's see, why is this Queen of Wands here? Why is this Queen of Wands here? definitely going to be some new communication she's going to move forward and talk about. Yeah, and then Queen of Cups. So someone has some very emotional energy towards him that we don't know about. It's causing a lot of anxiety, and I'm hearing that maybe Vanessa knew. Um, yeah, but somebody's going to come forward and talk about it. So it's definitely something hidden. Yep. We have the Queen of Swords as well. So could be an air sign, but it could be a water sign or a fire sign. But she came out twice on the board, that Queen of Wands, when I was trying to get clarification regarding his death. So let's see. And he's coming up as the King of Coins again. So yeah, I just feel like him and his wife have very strong energy. Yeah, regarding being very grounded, their coins, their finances, or they just could be earth sign energies. Now, the Queen of Cups came out this time in the Death card. So, Two of Swords. I don't have any Three of Sword energies here, though, to indicate that there could have been like a third party. But I do feel like somebody has a secret, and I feel like it's going to come out to the media. And when it does, I'm not going to be surprised at all, because it's just showing here so many things are hidden. Now, when it comes to, I'm hearing regret. And again, the Moon card came out. So I feel like he regrets making the choice to, if we were looking at this as just telling a story, he regrets getting in the air, which is that moon energy, that, being in the air in that helicopter, making that faded, and I feel like intuition tried to tell him not to. His instincts told him not to, because we have the Chariot coming up again, which is representative of a vehicle, which in this case could be the helicopter. So it was just, a faded event, I feel. And then the Eight of Coins. So maybe it was a money situation that was kind of like causing him to jump in that helicopter and go. Because again, I hear contract. And there was definitely something regarding his work life that he had to handle. And then the Empress, which is his counterpart, his spouse, is coming up as well. And again, I'm getting the Star card energy, which could be an Aquarius. And also the fact that Kobe is a star. I mean, but his wife is a star as well. Of course, she's Kobe Bryant's wife, and she's a beautiful woman. Yeah, I feel like, he may have had some choices regarding getting on that particular helicopter or another one for whatever reason. Again, that bird is standing out to me. It's the bird is back, and this is with the Empress. Yeah, so I do feel like there's a lot of waiting and reflecting here. Wow, so I got the Tower moment again. And of course, Vanessa is in deep sorrow, grief, depression, just grieving the loss of her husband. Very burdened, very bogged down. She probably has a lot of people coming at her from all angles. Um, just sad times. Kobe Bryant's death was a great loss for the world. So I can only imagine what it's like for her within her household. So let's see regarding the kids. And they were definitely childhood sweethearts, I'm showing here. I think they were very young when they got together. So I do feel like in terms of a legal situation, I don't know if his wife is going to relocate, maybe move out of the country or travel or go somewhere and do something within the family unit. But I feel like again, I feel like there's a legal situation coming up. It could have something to do with the actual helicopter crash itself. Um, mm-hmm. Yep, because I keep getting this same Tower card again. So I think that the legal situation is going to be due to the death of Kobe. Yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised if his wife decides to it, and it almost feels like there could be somebody that could try to send a lawsuit her way. So that's just what I'm feeling. So we'll pick back up on this energy at a later time if anything in the media is revealed. Um, but I do feel like Kobe has a lot of angels around him that are guiding him right now, protecting him. Now, again, I do feel like something with his money. Um, there's something with his finances. I feel like we're going to learn about this as, onlookers in the world. I feel like we're going to learn about this. Again, look at this. Justice. There's a legal situation coming regarding Kobe Bryant. Okay. I got it again. Wow. So I'm shuffling my cards, as you all can see, and I keep getting that there's going to be a legal situation, and I keep getting that Hermit card, which is on the bottom, which is Virgo energy. So I feel like somebody is reflecting and trying to decide how to come forward or when to come forward. I just feel like, yeah, and then I have the Two of Cups here. I feel like somebody probably had a secret that they want to reveal to the masses. Yep. And I don't know if somebody's pregnant or what's going on, but I just feel like there is going to be some very, oh wow. And I have the Empress when I said that. Yeah, there's going to be some very, very interesting events that are going to unfold. Okay. So yeah, and again, of course, I flipped again and got my Justice card, which is representative of a legal situation. So I'm going to end it here because I don't really get a whole lot more coming through. I was trying to ask Kobe about his kids, and I didn't really get any messages other than his daughter that was with him was very talented. I don't know if she was an air sign, but let's see what else he wants to say. Something about a rose. Oh, that's my deck. Like this. Some of my cards. Okay. Yeah, so he's showing me that she's either a fire sign or air sign, but I feel like that's his biggest disappointment as a father is the fact, wow, he has to be an earth sign. He is definitely an earth sign. Okay. Yeah, he's disappointed because I feel like he built all this money for his family and he feels like, his daughter isn't going to be able to benefit from it because she's not here. And he built up this legacy is what I'm hearing him say. Again, the Moon card is back. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, there is a heavy burden even on the spirit in the spirit world that he is carrying due to I'm hearing guilt. Like I feel like he's feeling guilty in the spirit world because his daughter was on the helicopter with him. Okay. Let's see. Yes, and I definitely feel like a lot of energy with his money is going to oh my goodness, as soon as I said that I got the Justice card back. So definitely some legalities with his finances. I have nothing but pentacles on this board. And I feel like it could be dealing with somebody having to go out of town. For example, Vanessa, I think that's his wife's name. And sorry that I'm very clueless when it comes to basketball and when it comes to these particular kings and queens, because they're definitely reincarnated kings and queens. But I just don't watch basketball, okay? So that's all I have. That's all that's coming through at this time. I do need to allow Spirit to only reveal what it wants to. A lot of things are hidden. Sometimes even when I'm dreaming, I'll see things, but I won't see a face of a person before I meet people or before clients call me regarding situations. So I'll think back to a dream that I had, but I remember that there was a block over that person's face. There was, if I have a text message or a phone in my hand, if there can be a blur over it. If I'm trying to send an email or something, my phone could break and drop in my dream. Something Spirit doesn't want us to see, which is why life is the way it is. Only certain select people get access to hidden realms and hidden knowledge, because it's not meant for everybody to see it ahead of time. It is meant for us to experience it most of the time. So definitely feel like there's going to be some new developments coming down the line with this situation. Okay. Yeah. So I definitely feel like Kobe Bryant was the type that meditated, because I see a picture of him meditating right now. So I feel like because he was so evolved spiritually and he elevated himself and accomplished a certain level of wealth and knowledge, not just physical wealth, but spiritual prosperity, I feel like he is going to come back and do more communicating, and then I'll be able to do a part 2. Okay. Thank you all so much for watching. Peace and namaste.